Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. For the Timberwolves, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. Both teams tonight more than capable of putting up points. Shaq, what do you think will be the deciding advantage?
Well, you have to try to dictate the tempo, play at your pace. This will be a game of streaks, so you have to prepare yourself mentally for that.
Well, you can't just score. You have to be efficient. Big shots down the stretch could be the difference, Ernie, and that will set you free.
We are ready for game time. Let's go to Kevin Harlan for the opening tip.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Here in Philadelphia, it's another home game for the 76ers. Winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
This is a team with high expectations, and they don't end with the regular season.
Yeah, now the real work is about to start. They got themselves in a good position with the playoffs coming up. Now it's time to take their play to another level.
Chris, 2 high-powered offenses tonight. What's it like playing on a team that can, on any given night, put up well over 100 points?
Oh, what's it like? I love it. It feels great. You want to make sure you get stopped so you can let it fly and get it to teammates that let it fly. It's fun. It's encouraging each other because you believe, and obviously you've proven we can all put the ball in the hole. And so, man, it's so much fun watching your teammates score, getting guys involved. And so it's a fun style of play, and hopefully we'll see that on these players' faces and in their body language tonight. They're going to be having a lot of fun trying to outscore each other.
Yeah, cannot wait for this one.
It'll be a good one.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. We've got Doncic. Easy breezy out there with Whiteside. Then there's Towns. And it's Walker in at the 1 spot. Free throw. Good. Whiteside. One is no good. Booker with no one around. No good from outside. It's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Well, listen, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game, and that's what won it for them. Those extra possessions were invaluable.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I did have a chance to talk with Minnesota's head coach. This is the first meeting of the year between these 2 teams, but he said those guys are tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet on defense and do our best to deny penetration. We'll see who comes out on top, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Outside, Walker. Simmons against Whiteside.
versatile defender who can guard at any position. Simmons, he's using his speed and length to annoy shooters. A very shaky start for them. After 4 attempts, they're still trying to find a target.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. Feeds to Doncic. And stolen by Booker. Simmons finds Booker. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Simmons against Whiteside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, he's almost 7 feet tall. Simmons is a tough guard. I mean, you got to be careful not to get too physical.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
That free throw, no good.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Easy Breezy, guarded by Jackson. Another miss by Minnesota.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Count the basket.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Easy Breezy passes to Whiteside. To the paint. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Booker. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. He's averaging 20 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, think about this. He definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Now here's Simmons. He had 16 points in the win against Toronto. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Rose against Walker. Just 5 on the clock. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Walker.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Outside Rose. To the middle. That's tipped. Simmons. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Gets a very good look and converts. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Talk about making an engine. Kemba Walker, he's the man. Lightning quick, stronger than he looks. I mean, this man is a competitor.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Rose. He's coming off a 10-point game against Toronto. And there's the call on Easy Breezy. That is his first foul of the game. And with Walker, the effort's always there. But, Chris, so is the production.
I mean, he has some of the best handles in the game. He's going to generate offense for you. He's a good bet for 20 or more points a game, 5 to 6 assists, and provides tremendous leadership.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Doncic, no good.
The defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jump.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. Outside, Towns. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Towns has got his second bucket of the game to go. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Well, Chris, some teams already realize a championship just is not going to be in their future this season. How should those kind of teams approach the rest of the season?
Give your best.
Right? Yeah.
Give your all. We're competitors. This is the NBA, the greatest league in the world, the greatest basketball players assembled. And so, one, you have to respect the game. You have to respect monotony. You have to respect the work. You have to respect the travel. And you have to be thankful, by the way. And when you put all that together, you go into your job and you do the best. Focus on getting better every day. And there's a good chance that you will.
And making sure that you give the fans what they're paying for.
Hey, that's what it's all about. If you don't entertain the fans, hey, something's wrong with you. If you can't have fun with 20,000 screaming fans and the kids with their popcorns and all the stuff going on, if you don't remember what it's about, Kev, you kind of lost your mojo already.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
The 76ers trail by 4. Booker outside from 13, and the jumper falls for him. Booker's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
That's good from Doncic on the assist by Walker.
And the level of concentration that Doncic has, even under pressure, this guy is cool as a cucumber.
Here's Simmons. It's rebounded by Doncic.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Outside, Walker. Towns kicks to Doncic. Knocks down the 3-ball. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile 3-level scorer.
Now here's Simmons. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Easy Breezy, guarded by Jackson. Towns, no luck.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easily.
No good from Simmons.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. And it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind, a big mistake by the D, and they got away with it.
Now here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Minnesota. They're on an 11-3 run. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Another attribute of his game, Jackson's so good at finding and locating that alley-oop there. Beautiful to watch this guy elevate.
And that Unleashed Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
And that makes it interesting. They don't know each other all that well, so we should see a lot of in-game adjustments.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Joel Embiid. Favors comes in for Rose. And Robert Covington subbed in for Jackson.
Look at the skill set Walker has. Superb at using his body inside to draw that contact.
Minnesota shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that one falls for Walker.
An electrifying scorer. Walker, he'll burn you in so many ways.
on the second, so he makes them both.
And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count.
Outside, Simmons. Drops it in from 11 feet.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
Walker with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Bogdanovich dishes to Walker. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Chris, do you think hustle is a skill? And if you do, I want to even tackle that. Who are some of the guys that you think hustle is as much as any players in the league?
Not only is hustle a skill, but your motor and hustle is the most underrated skill in basketball, I believe. Think about Draymond Green's impact in Oakland.
Yes.
What he's done for that team. How about a Patrick Beverley, a Marcus Smart, a Kawhi Leonard? These guys definitely can change the pace of the game, especially in the playoffs where every possession matters and the fans are hung on every movement that you do. The fans are waiting and anticipating every play, and all they want is someone to do something so they can get up and get excited. Well, nothing gets a crowd more excited than diving on the floor, saving a possession for your team, you getting a layup on the other end, and these are the guys I would bet first that would make a play like that happen.
Skill indeed. Good point. Now here's Simmons. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And here's Booker from the arc. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Doncic. 10th in assists, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Minnesota. 7-point differential. Paige Diop, the pass to Doncic. He kicks it to Walker. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Walker's got 9 points.
Well, look at Walker's percentages from beyond the arc. I mean, tremendous improvement over the last few years.
Booker looking around. Outside, Simmons. Inside, cuts off the pass. Over in the corner, Doncic. Off target from outside. The 76ers trail by 10. To the inside. Got a hand on it.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
And it's Brown on the follow. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Covington. Looking for Favors. He gets it there. And the shot goes in. Favors got his first basket of the night.
And I like what I see from Covington. I mean, he just doesn't look to shoot. He's good at passing, too.
Outside, Walker. Down kicks to Bogdanovich. Doncic with it. He's guarded by Booker, and he comes up with the deuce. That's 7 points for Luka Doncic.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Think about Bogdanovich's skill level. It's tremendous. He can handle, pass. I mean, as we saw with the Rising Stars game last season, he shoots with deep range.
Jackson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Rose comes in for Ben Simmons. Now, here's Covington. 26 points for him last game against Toronto.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
See, Webb, you talk about the skill level for Bogdanovich. 6'6", he can play some point guard if you need him to.
Oh, yeah, just think about this. Bogdan, great passer, very unselfish. I mean, maybe too unselfish sometimes. As well as he shoots, I'd like to see him be more aggressive, hunting the shot.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the Celtics. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, there's the 76ers right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And I think for the 76ers, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
Yeah, Greg, already the focus has started to turn to the postseason and what they need to do to make a run at the championship.
To the wing on the left. Here's Dedmon, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Favors, and the rejection by Towns. Shot clock at 6. Here's Covington, and with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And it's clear Covington isn't bashful. He welcomes any opportunity he gets to score inside.
Pass to Bates-Diop. Here's Easy Breezy. He's covered by Favors. Now, here's Covington. Tight defense on him. Down low, here's Rose. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Rose has got his second bucket tonight.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Jones. Kicks to Towns. Back to Jones. To the middle. And Bates-Diop gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Nice job to get to the rack before the D could get any help in the post.
Now here's Covington. He's guarded closely. On the wing, Jackson. The 19-foot shot, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. Timberwolves leading by 6. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the paint, and stolen by Favors. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back.
And Jackson, with the quick first step there, when he's taken off towards the rim, he really does force the defense to have to try to foul him.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Jackson.
Yeah, and the versatility of Jackson's game. He's a super confident kid who certainly has the potential to be a star.
Both free throws good from Jackson. Here's Jones. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's the pass to Towns. With 1 on the clock. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And don't go away. We'll be right back. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide-open shots that I think everyone in the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity. But also at the end of the day, making sure everyone gets a chance to be in the candy shop.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Well, it's all about the rim protection because it's been fantastic. A big part of helping them build this early lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Jones. Easy breezy out there with Towns. And it's Bates Diop in at the power forward position. When it came to a big man's responsibilities, you helped pave the way for so much change in that regard. But what are some of the big C-Web now doing that weren't done when you were playing?
I don't know, Kevin, if it was anything that they weren't doing, but it's the freedom to do it with consistency. So even if we talk about a Larry Bird, who only can shoot maybe a 3.5 a game, let's just round it up to 2 threes a game. Well, now, what if Larry Bird had the freedom to shoot 10 threes a game like guys do now? And so I think that the game has caught up with players' skill set as opposed to the skill set catching up with players' game. So no longer are you held to being a big man. Now you can be a basketball player. And being a basketball player for Dirk Nowitzki is much better than him being a big man. Dirk Nowitzki, being a basketball player that he is, means that he is a threat wherever he is on the floor because he's not just limited to a 2-foot box space during the post. And for defenders like myself, I would much rather Dirk Nowitzki have to stay 2 feet in the post than to be able to shoot the ball whenever, wherever he wanted to. Because I tell you what, now you got a problem because he can knock it down from anywhere and everywhere that he wants to.
Now here's Rose. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
I think he lets the D get to him there, and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes his time. Basket
counts. The 76ers trail by 4. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And he overshot that one, missing.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
Jones kicks to Towns. Passes it to Easy Breezy. Back to Towns. Clock at 4. Over Dedmon. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Timberwolves leading by 4. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Bates Diop. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Okogie. Offensive rebound. And Towns throws it down.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Guys, those are the kind of hustle plays that keep a team in front.
And that's just an intelligent play by Rose, taking advantage of whatever the D gives him.
Rose against Jones. Towns down low. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Good.
That's not a possession they'll want to repeat. Despite the points, they got to get a better shot than that.
Rose up on top. Defended by Jones. And Dedmon throws it down.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. And the pass to Easy Breezy. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. Minnesota calls timeout. Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Devin Booker comes in for Jackson. And it's Ben Simmons in for Derrick Rose. Covington against Bogdanovich. Covington finds Booker. Walker against Simmons. Pass to Covington. Down low to Booker. It's blocked.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
To the inside. Brown. Good. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
Passes like that help develop team chemistry. And Bogdanovich, I love the display of unselfishness.
Booker the pass to Simmons. Fades away. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And it's Brown missing.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
Here's Simmons. Rejected by Walker.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And you can see the comfortable level Bogdanovich has. I mean, close to the rim, he knows he has the touch.
Now here's Simmons. Shoots over Walker. Simmons missing again.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 12.
Again, Walker gets it going. He's tenacious. Feels like he could take on anyone.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Booker. T right on him. Over Doncic. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
Now here's Simmons. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Brown dishes to Walker. And Bogdanovich kicks to Doncic. That shot is off. Good D by Booker. The 76ers trail by 11. Outside, Simmons. Booker outside. Shoots over Doncic. No good from Booker. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Shots good by Walker.
Now that's a nice use of the pull-up J from Walker. Catching the D flat-footed and capitalizing on an easy opportunity.
And the 76ers call time here.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. They trail by 14. The hook. It's good. 5 points in the game.
Sometimes there's nothing you can do on defense. Simmons is very good at converting inside.
Minnesota's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Bogdanovich looking around. Here's Whiteside. That one wide left. 76ers shooting 38% in the second quarter. Defensively, they look a little bit confused. Simmons inside. Guarded by Walker. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Some changes for Philadelphia. Jackson comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Rose in for Derek Favors. And then for Minnesota, Towns comes in for Brown. And easy breezy subbed in for Bogdanovich. And here's Walker outside. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Jackson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, I tell you, Jackson is an aggressive player, always seeking out contact, especially while he's shooting.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Simmons. For Philadelphia, they have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The free throw drops for Jackson. And so Jackson nails both of them. Some call it the Ewing theory, teams that play better without relying on a star player. Chris, how sustainable is that?
It's not sustainable. It's real cute until you have the teams that are focused and want to win come in. Usually that Ewing theory, that's usually like in the 5th week of the season or before All-Star break when teams are figuring out themselves. Once everybody has identified their strengths and their weaknesses, you need that horse to ride. You need that big hoss in there, that guy that's dependable every night. And as long as he's a willing passer, unselfish player, no, you need those guys. I don't believe the teams are better without their main guy. Maybe for short stretches, players can rally. But if you look at championship winners, I'm trying to think of one that didn't have a superstar on their roster. I just don't buy into that.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now an update on Ben Simmons from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Kevin caught up with the head athletic trainer for the 76ers. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. Of course, the schedule is getting extremely demanding at this time of the season. And that injury is only going to make things worse. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates on it.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw, good, Booker.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Simmons checked in for the 76ers. Both free throws good from Booker. Minnesota leading by 10. Doncic passes to Walker. He kicks to Towns. He dishes it to Whiteside. Pocket 6 and stolen by Simmons. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Inside, Embiid. The shot's good. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Walker against Booker. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Timberwolves lead by 12. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. It's going to be Towns shooting. That one on Embiid. The Timberwolves made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. The free throw drops for Towns.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
Now here's Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
What a fantastic finish there on the break.
Look at that awareness. Such a heads-up play to kick it back.
Passes it to Easy Breezy. Pass to Doncic. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Walker against Rose. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And in the first quarter, he was consistently getting to the line and really causing headaches for the D. Haven't seen that same type of consistency here in the second.
2 shots.
That's good from Simmons. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 29 seconds left now here in the second. Doncic passes to Easy Breezy. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Doncic kicks to Whiteside. Fades and shoots. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Simmons got 6 rebounds here tonight. He had a nice open look right there. And 7 points for Devin Booker.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic in seeing when one of his guys is open.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, you're up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Karl Anthony Towns. An impressive first half and a nice start for you guys. How did that happen?
I mean, yeah, we had some great days of practice. You know, this is what happens when you got some days off.
Got the spring in your step again. Thanks, Karl Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We saw Kemba Walker lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 7 assists, and 1 block. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
The speed of Kemba Walker couldn't be contained. See, Ernie, he's so fast. I don't want to talk about it like Kemba Walker. The speed of Kemba Walker couldn't be contained. A blur in the open court. Has that lightning first step on the drive. And overall, his shooting just becoming more consistent.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
The beautiful skyline of downtown Philadelphia, all lit up, dressed up, and ready to go. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The young stars, Simmons and Embiid at the 4 and 5. Booker out there with Rose. And it's Jackson in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Well, with Embiid, the only thing that is going to slow him down, or has slowed him down so far, Steve Webb, is injuries.
Well, people forget that Embiid would have been the top pick in his draft if he was fully healthy. I mean, too often do great big men have their careers derailed because of injuries. Embiid, no, I think Embiid has overcome his rough patch of health. I mean, I think he's going to be a monster as long as he stays on the floor.
Here's Easy Breezy after Ben Simmons' bucket. Easy Breezy passes to Walker. No good on the triple.
They did not leave him open like that, but he got away with one there.
Simmons, it's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Timberwolves leading by 8. The pass to Easy Breezy. Kicks it to Towns. Now Doncic. Pass to Walker. To get it back to Whiteside in time. Simmons with the defensive effort.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Rose, that's good.
Rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Now here's Walker. He's got 15. Pass to Doncic. Over Booker. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
And a miss there on the triple.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. For Minnesota, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Towns drops them both.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with him.
Here's Simmons. The shot missing. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Doncic. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Doncic has got 15.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on,
It's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
And Philadelphia calls time here. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
Wow, it's time for them to switch up their defense because what they've been doing so far is not working.
The 76ers trail by 10. Booker finds Simmons. Here's the floater, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Pass to Easy Breezy. The kick out to Walker. And there's the pass to Easy Breezy. Launches it, and it goes for the 5th time, and 10 shots for him this game.
And Walker is what we call thirsty. He's thinking of firing as soon as he gets the rock. Great presence of mind from the point guard. Well, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
And so it's Walker with it who brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 11. Easy Breezy passes to Doncic. Good D by Booker. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Jackson kicks to Embiid. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Here's Rose.
Well, Walker's stature is a disadvantage, but credit him for competing at the defensive end.
Towns with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And Walker kicks to Towns. Passes to Easy Breezy. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Easy Breezy's got 11 points.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Embiid. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Here's Booker. He's got 7. Shoots. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 16.
And how about that mentality by Jackson? Looking to shoot it as soon as that pass was delivered.
And stolen by Simmons. Here's Rose, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Kemba Walker picks one up for Philadelphia. They have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And the first one drops.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 2008, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
And Rose drops them both. Timberwolves leading by 10. Pass to Easy Breezy. The feed to Doncic. And stolen by Simmons. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Pass to Booker. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Booker's got 9.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Passes it to Doncic. Six on the shot clock. He kicks it to Walker. Over Rose. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The 76ers trail by 8. side, Jackson. Three-pointer. He's again. And Simmons with the layup. Simmons got 6 in the quarter. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
Oh, man, come on. Injuries like this can change the course of a game, even the whole season. Our thoughts and prayers are with him.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Okogie. And just miss after miss right now. The 76ers have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
But yeah, they refused to go away. Things were looking bleak for a while. They hung tough.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
And the 76ers with some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Rose, and Robert Covington subbed in for Josh Jackson. Kicks it to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Okogie. Rebound by the 76ers. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 13-3 run right now.
Oh, man, you can't get much better look from three-point range than that one. That just wasn't in rhythm.
Three-pointer. Good on the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Booker finds Simmons. The 17-footer. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 4 assists in the game.
He's giving him a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling.
Jones, the pass to Bates Diop. Timberwolves passing it around. Jones against Simmons. Now here's Bogdanovich. He's tightly guarded. Shoots over Covington. And that one hits back iron.
You got to give the D credit there. Effective. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
There's Embiid, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Superb focus from the big man. Embiid, I mean, you really have to whack to prevent the buck.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Wow, it's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid. It's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun running off the court.
Jones kicks to Brown. Jones against Simmons. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his 3rd foul of the game. '76ers on defense. It's a 1-point game. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on an 18-6 run. And Simmons kicks to Favors. Back to Simmons. And it's blocked by Brown. Jones finds Bogdanovich. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Pass to Simmons. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 6 assists here tonight.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Yeah, Greg, there's no panic in them. I mean, staring at a big deficit, they still kept their poise and went to work.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Now David Aldridge has an update for us on Hassan Whiteside. David, what's the news?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Timberwolves head athletic trainer. And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. Boy, losing a player like him right now, just a huge blow. They depend on this guy so much, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on, and David gives us updates on it. But that's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it, opens up a clear path to the bucket.
For Minnesota, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
They throw good, Bogdanovich.
You know, an all-around threat with a promising future. I mean, Bogdanovich has the tools and the drive. He can be a solid player in this league.
Now here's Booker. 12 points for him. Down low. Favors. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Favors got it all tied up now for the 76ers. Minnesota's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Okogie defended by Booker to the right side. And Bates Diop gets it to go. Bates Diop's got 5.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Philadelphia. And then for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Brown. And Easy Breezy subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Minnesota's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Jones, the pass to Bates Diop. Here's Easy Breezy, defended by Covington. Clock at 6. Here's Easy Breezy. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Covington, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Dedmon with the block. On the wing, Booker. He's got 12. Again, Philadelphia.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Towns, it balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Booker against Jones. Booker finds Favors. Fade away and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Timberwolves shooting around 40% in the third, maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Booker outside. Pass to Dedmon. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Easy Breezy. He's got 13. And at the top of the key, Towns. There's the pass to Easy Breezy. Shot clock at 6. Unloads. They get it back. And it's Towns missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Easy Breezy. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Passes it to Bates Diop. Okogie defended by Booker. Wide open. And that one goes long.
The D pretty much taking that possession off, but the shot's off target with nobody moving.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. 76ers lead by 2. And we'll be back right after this. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. They've got Towns. Easy Breezy out there with Jones. And it's Bates Diop in at the power forward. Now here's Rose. Right side Jackson. And the wing jumper offline.
Off target was what? Pretty good look from mid-range.
Okogie. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Now here's Covington. He's tightly guarded. He kicks it to Jackson. 2 points. That one goes. Jackson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the 76ers. Timberwolves trail by 4. Now here's Jones. Pass to Towns. Out to the right wing. Over to the left wing. Favors with the rebound. Favors got 6 rebounds here tonight. Jones against Rose. It's rebounded by Towns.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go on the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really it had the same effect.
Back to Covington. Got a piece of it. Rose goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Pass to Easy Breezy. From past the arc. Another miss by Minnesota. The 76ers leading by 6. Rose kicks to Jackson. To the paint. Here's Favors. Takes it off the glass.
You can see the D just a little slow getting to the bucket. I mean, he'll make you pay for that.
And it's Jones with the ball for Minnesota. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. And the pass to Easy Breezy. Back to Jones. Fires the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Okogie defended by Covington. And good that time.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Well, when you're at a size disadvantage, sometimes the mid-range is better than inside. You get a little more space. You don't allow the shot blocker to get up on you. And also, you can use your handles in your quickness.
Here's Covington following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Out to Favors. Back to Covington. Shot from the wing. Bullseye. Covington's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the 76ers. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Easy Breezy. For the three. Offensive rebound. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And looking at the Grizzlies matchup, it's never easy going up against the top team in the West. But if they're able to come away with the win, it's going to be a huge confidence booster.
And the first one drops.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Both shots good from the stripe. Philadelphia leading by 6. Rose passes to Favors. Outside Jackson. For 3, Covington. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns is Okogie defended by Covington. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Bates Diop. 5 to shoot. But they'll get another chance. And the dunk by Towns.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Yeah, fellas, a putback like that is always a big swing. Not just in terms of points, but the momentum, too.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Okogie defended by Covington. To the inside. It's deflected. Stolen by Jackson. Rose surveying the D. Covington in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. And it's off from three-point range. For Minnesota, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Here's Easy Breezy, guarded by Jackson. Towns, the pass to Easy Breezy. Okogie, off target from three-point range.
The more threes he misses, the more he wants to take. Where do they do that at? That's not the right mindset.
To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. To the right side. Dedmon kicks to Jackson. Now here's Covington. Defense is right there. To the left wing. Pass to Easy Breezy. To the middle. Here's Towns. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Favors got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Rose against Jones. Rose finds Jackson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 21 points for Josh Jackson.
And it's important that Jackson become consistent from deep. That definitely has the touch to make shots from there.
Jones, the pass to Bates Diop. The pass to Easy Breezy. Shot clock at 6. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Well, he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by his team.
And that one's good by Favors.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
Here's Easy Breezy, guarded by Jackson. Kicks it to Jones. Here's Bates Diop. And no good that time. Great D that time from Favors. Philadelphia leading by 7. Outside Rose. Here's the dish to Covington. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Devin Booker comes in for Jackson. And Simmons subbed in for Derrick Rose. Passes to Easy Breezy. No good that time. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Covington kicks to Embiid. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 16th rebound on the night. Now, here's Doncic, defended by Booker. Left side, Brown. And that one, good.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Simmons left side, 14 feet away. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Doncic passes to Brown. Count it, good. And now just a 3-point 76ers lead.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
Here's Simmons. A second chance effort. Here's Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Joel Embiid, 2 shots.
2 shots. That's on the first.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Josh Jackson's checked in for Philadelphia. Rose comes in for Derek Favors. He's off on the second.
2-possession game now, but you always want to make them all in a close game.
Rebound by Rose.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jackson misses.
Defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
And Walker kicks to Brown. Pass to Doncic. Brown outside. Clock at 6. Fires from 14. Rose with the rebound. And it's Rose with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 4. And Embiid is right there.
Well, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
And Walker kicks to Towns. 1:52 left here in the fourth quarter. Walker, bounce pass. Another shot. The shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Booker in the corner. Shoots over Doncic. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And now an 8-point 76ers lead. Easy breezy passes to Towns. Shoots over Embiid. Another miss by Towns.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, I mean, it's not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass. Play the role of a facilitator.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
And that's what you have to do. Stay in the moment. Keep grinding.
Brown, good.
You can't find much better shot than that.
1:06 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Philadelphia leading by 8. Now Simmons. It's rebounded by Doncic. Here's Easy Breezy, and Philadelphia grabs the miss.
even though he's gone ice cold, and keep shooting. And it's late enough in the game for him to recognize there's a better option.
And there it is for him. Jackson's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 10. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
All you can do at this point is focus. Dial in on each moment. Do your best. You can't get consumed over the score.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Okogie, no good on the three.
Well, look, his teammates are going to stop giving him the ball if he keeps taking shots like that.
In the corner, Simmons with it. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Clock at 6. Steps back and shoots. They get the rebound. Outside Rose. Pass to Jackson. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, congrats on the win tonight. What do you think was the ultimate factor?
Just playing defense. Our defense turned into offense, and it worked out for us tonight. We definitely don't want to be in that situation, but we just fall away back into the game.
Yeah, you hung in there and were able to come back and overcome the deficit. Thanks, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.